It's not live. All right, a little delay though.
Yeah, I think it was like a 7-second, 30-second
All
delay.
right, there it goes.
Oh, here we go. Hangouts on air.
Wait,
Hey,
now see, it didn't go. All right, there it is. It did go to
I
your
see
face.
it. Hey, there. That's me. That's
Yeah, cool.
whoa. That's fucked up. The back and forth.
Yeah, it's trippy. Huh?
Yeah, that's fucking me up.
Literally asked you to watch your language like 7 seconds in. F bombs.
I don't.
We're getting unmonetized immediately.
I I look. I don't know what. I don't know
You,
which
you don't
one
know.
to
You don't
look
know.
at.
You don't. I'm just looking at. Oh wait, is anybody in there yet? It's just two watching. It's just me and you. It's sad. Uh, let me
Oh
see.
my god. I am. I'm like legit.
I'm uh I'm gonna post it on. Um,
I need to mute this one. That's what I need to do.
yeah, I got the main one muted.
Yeah, I need to mute that one.
Wait, it's backwards. If somebody's watching besides me and Taylor, say something in the chat type something in the chat so we can see you.
Oh, my computer wants to update. Yeah, I gotta mute the YouTube part,
Right.
so because it's driving me crazy.
Hmm.
Why am I watching this?
Yeah.
All right, let me
Right.
hang on. I'm computer retarded apparently. I'm gonna minimize this where I can just see chat.
No. Uh, crap. We already lost one viewer.
Big surprise.
Yeah.
Big
Uh,
surprise.
all right.
Okay. All right, here we go.
All right. We're just gonna go. Uh,
All right, I think I can see. Let me see. Let me see. All right, you see me in the chat?
um. Wait. Yeah. All right. Everyday audios,
What's up now?
YouTube videos, podcast number 1.
This is frightening.
Going down. We will talk about audios, everything, audio and stuff going on during that week or past week or, you know, whatever we feel like it. Might not
Yep.
even be audio.
No, it may not, and it
Just,
probably won't be.
no, it's going to be a bunch of cryptocurrency talk.
No, we're not going to talk about crypto. Everybody's burned out on crypto by now.
That's made up, make believe.
Well, yeah, like straight up out of thin air. That's
Yeah.
kind of how it works. But
Embarrassing.
I mean, if you want to talk about it, we can talk about it because
I don't know
the
anything about
U.S.
it.
dollars are kind of made up out of thin air too. So
I mean,
what are
they
you
have
gonna do?
gold. They have gold behind some of it.
No, zero,
A portion of it.
none of it.
They do.
No, trust me. There are no countries in the world that are on the gold standard.
We're already off base.
I gotta stop watching this. The YouTube stream it's way off.
Yeah, it is.
You see me in the chat in there?
Yeah.
You see me in the chat?
Can you hear me now? Yeah.
Hey.
Yeah.
All right. Good.
All right. So, I guess we've both been in audio for a long time.
Yeah.
I think when you started, like 2000, did you start in like 2008 with your Lexus?
Honestly, was it?
It was at the MST show. It was the first time I saw your local show in Louisiana.
Yeah, that was my first show, and it was with the Lexus. And I remember because I got the Lexus because I had such a long commute. from where I was living at the time to where I was working. So I got the Lexus, nice car. I should probably still be driving that thing, by the way. But anyway, I remember thinking, if I'm going to have such a long commute, I'm going to get me a nice sound system. And don't get me wrong, I have been into systems for my whole life, ever since I've had cars. I've always been hooking shit up. Had no, whatnot.
Did you
like
know,
I am now, but
you knew it was loud and not. I mean, you never went to shows until that one.
Well, back in high school, which is a while back,
83.
back when it was like back when it was Crank It Up contest.
Yeah, Whitley and stuff. It was Whitley, huh?
No, I don't remember Whitley. I think that was in between.
I'm old.
But yeah, I mean, I remember like the Kicker van and the Fosgate van. I remember like manufacturer wars. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Back when it was like legit manufacturer wars and amp wars and who could make the most power from what ohm load and all that stuff. Like that's what I remember.
Right.
But there was a huge break between then and when I got back into it with the Lexus. And I had I jumped on caraudio.com, right? Because that was the first one that popped up.
That was
That was the first.
Look, you Google car audio forum.
That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did.
Yeah.
I Googled car audio forum because that's what you do. And that's the first one that popped up. I joined up and
they still were probably the biggest nobody goes on forums now, but they were the biggest. I started on termpro.com. That's so random because I don't know. I was the only one I seen back then. I think car audio scared me because there were so many links when you first pull it up. There was like 10 links of like just online carstereo.com, all kind of, and I'm like, this might be a scam site.
Yeah, for sure.
I stayed out of there, but TurnPro was cool. Man, back then, that's when everybody, like nobody knew nothing really. It was so crazy because there was like no information out there online. You just had to go to shows or figure it out. I don't know. I don't know how people learned,
Yeah, for sure. Back in the day, like the car stereo shops, like that was the hangout.
Yeah.
You had to go there and talk to them boys and learn shit and pick up a little information and whatnot. By the way, are we just not gonna acknowledge Supa's mom in the chat right now?
But I don't think that was him. I don't think that was him. That was a different Supa.
That's David Wilson right there.
Yeah, but I don't think he was on. Was he on? He wasn't on there. He was on.
I'm saying he's in the chat right now.
Yeah, I know, but that wasn't the joke.
Actually, before I got the Lexus and got to really competing, I went to a show in Mississippi, and Dave was one of the first guys there.
Really?
I went with Lance. I went with Lance Palmer
with the Scion.
Yep, that's right.
I remember him.
And Henry Hall.
Also with the Scion?
No, I'm sorry, Henry Hampton. Remember
also with the Scion?
The night before he put 615s in the thing, and I was like, oh my God!
Oh yeah, he did have that. I remember he had 418s. 418s was nasty at the end.
Yeah, it was crazy. I remember I asked Lance, I was like, dude, how much did that amp cost? It was an RD D9. And he told me he paid like $900 for it used. And it blew my mind. I was like, I will never, ever pay $900 for an amp. You lost your mind.
Right. It's crazy.
Cut to now.
Yeah. Oh, geez. Yeah. Oh gosh. The biggest thing. The biggest man. For the longest, the biggest amp you could get was like a JL 1000. That was it, and it was $1,000.
Yeah. I'm not old enough to like really remember the serious amp wars.
Right.
But actually I am. But I guess it was a big deal back in the day when the JBL BPX 1200 apparently it broke the like magical $1 per watt barrier.
$1 per watt.
Right. Remember, because you remember it used to be like punch 45s and punch 150s and shit, and everything was $500, $400, whatever it was.
Yeah.
But apparently that was like a big milestone when that I think it was the JBL BPX 1200.1 broke the dollar per watt barrier, and it's all been downhill since. Now it's
race to zero.
Now it's a dime per watt. Otherwise, you're overpaying and you're an idiot.
Yeah. Dude, I have to do the math on what like the Brazilians are per watt. It's probably
well, I mean that's kind of the benchmark is the dime per watt because that's what Chinese amps are.
That's crazy.
And if you do the math, the Brazilians, they're right there. They're right there.
Mm.
But with similar similar reliability, unfortunately.
Right. So stupid. Yeah. So that was your first thing, like. That was your first contest, 2008, at the MST?
Yeah, I think that was.
You had like 215s or something?
No, I had a single DD 2510, and I ran...
fourth order or no?
No, it was a straight straight ported box, but it had a little twist on it because the sub was in the port, sort of horn loaded. And before I even realized what I was doing, I was like, this seems like
just winged it.
A good way to do it.
Yeah.
I came to find out later that that's kind of how JL was doing their super wedges or pro wedges or whatever crap they call them.
Yeah. That's how I had like one of those specific JL boxes with like the red and the gray.
Yeah.
And it was similar. Like the subs were offset and the ports came out like on the sides, like so, like the subs were behind the ports almost on the sides. Right. It was weird.
Yeah.
It was. I mean, for me, it was loud. I think it was like a 145, which is stupid back then. But man,
I remember to this day it was a 143 flat, like 143.0.
Dude, that ain't bad through the ski hole.
Honestly, I didn't think it was all that bad either. I like that car. I did manage to get it to a 50 before I retired it and realized I needed a dedicated SPL vehicle. But like most of us around here, Alan Hall he was holding my hand through the whole process.
Yeah, he's had a lot of builds.
He's had his hand in a lot of builds around here too.
And that some people don't even know either.
No, they don't realize.
So we got so we've both been in audio for 10 plus years at least.
Yeah, easily.
I don't know what I'm doing, but you know a little more what you're doing. But
that's definitely not true.
We got the $150 SPL challenge. When you started that like 4 years ago?
I started that on Facebook 4 or 5 years ago, but I did not invent this. I just want to put it out there. The first time that I remember seeing it was
it Hank?
No, there was a guy called Pro Rabbit, I think his name was, on caraudio.com, the car audio forum or whatever. And that was the first time I ever remember seeing it. And that's when I got involved. I had the 4 Hyphonics. When I still had the red CRX,
the Hi-Fi 12s or whatever.
The Hyphonics 12s, and that, what's funny is that that challenge was the beginning of my hatred for audio pipe. That's when it started, dude, for real. Because I bought the audio pipe, it lasted about 3 or 4 burps, and
it was the 1500.
Whatever it was at the time, the 1200 or 1500, but whatever garbage they were putting out at the time, that was like $90 or something.
And so he had the challenge, or he just came up with an idea of spending $150.
I honestly don't remember. I don't remember what it was, but it was a thing. It was a thing. So just to clear the air, I did not invent it. I am just carrying the torch from caraudio.com, and I think a guy named Pro Rabbit. I don't know who he is anymore.
Pro Rabbit. What was his setup at the first one?
I don't remember. I would honestly, I'd have to go back and like do some research. We should deep dive. We should deep dive,
dude. But no, it's got. I mean, I think I found out about it like 2 years ago. At the first one, I was just like, nah, that's just something stupid Taylor's doing again. And then, but dude, like, man, it's getting crazy now. Honestly, like Ronnie Smith is making it. Every time he posts something about it, like 8 people join.
I know.
It's crazy.
It's fantastic. It's fantastic. I love that. I love that every year some at least one person like picks it up and like runs
fully. Right.
Yeah. Last year though, we broke the benchmark.
The 150.
Yeah, $150, 150 dB. That's like insanity.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
No, because my number of 148.5 stood for like 6 years, and until Adam Russell, I'm assuming it's Adam.
Yeah.
But until he busted last year.
He had 8 JBL 10s or something.
Yeah. He found some crazy deal on some 10. But that's like half the fun, though, right?
Yeah.
That's half the fun. That's like Ronnie. That he says that's like half the challenge is finding which combinations are going to work and what's going to fit in the budget and whatnot.
What amp did he have? You remember? The Boss or something?
Adam Russell?
Yeah.
I don't remember what he had last year. I don't remember what he had last year. If he was in here, he could tell. Yeah,
he was trying to do it. I think he's still trying to do it this year, but I think he blew. Didn't he blow his FUs like just doing stupidness with him already?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah,
but I think he's pushing boundaries.
Yeah,
he's also bending rules, but we gotta let it go.
Yeah, dude. But Ronnie's. I don't understand Ronnie's entire concept. It doesn't.
He's committed.
I mean, he only rises like 0.9.
Well, that's because he's playing right at tuning of the rear chamber.
Dude, I mean, like it's crazy how people come out of no like. I the first time I seen him was with the that wagon with like the bunch of 6.5s or whatever it was in that little floor. I'm like, dude. Then all of a sudden he just came out with like, all right, I'm doing a 146 with 1.8 or 1.6.5. I'm like, this guy. And then he's just like, man, he's constantly pushing the barrier and finding like a 10th here, a 10th there, a dB here.
You know, people follow him. Well, people probably know him right now because he's, quote unquote, Mr. 6.5.
Yeah.
But dude, if you go back and look at any of his shit, that guy is sick talented. Like Bisquick is a beast. That whole install. That's like I actually shared one of his posts and he had all of his shit in like a suitcase.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the battery and the distro bars and all that.
It was all like old school looking.
Yeah, crazy. And then all the 6.5s in the floorboard all flush. But yeah, obviously, I mean, it's not just because he likes to do crazy shit with 6.5s in the Versa or whatever, whatever that car is.
No matter what he would have did, it was just gonna succeed because he's couldn't be dedicated.
Well, he got a little help too. I'm not taking anything away from him, but I think he's good friends with the Beast.
Who's the Beast?
Jared Gibson. The Beast.
That guy doesn't know.
No, he really doesn't know what he's doing.
He sleeps. All of them over there, like they do secret stuff, and all of a sudden just unleash it.
Yes, that's what happens.
I mean, like they don't. Ronnie posts everything he does, but like
everything,
like Jared and like the other Kyle and them, they're real secretive, and all of a sudden he's blowing windows out at the next show.
For real. Them Sundown boys, they're crazy.
Anybody in North Carolina? Why y'all got secrets?
Hello. We need
just let me know.
Let me share in on them secrets. Dude. I remember last year, like right before finals or whatever it was, I got wind of the super secret crazy Sundown build, and I was like, oh my god, you know what I mean? Like, how did y'all keep this under wraps for like however long it took to build this thing?
I put a new fuse in my truck. I just want to post it all the time. Like how do you not like that attention?
Yo, check this shit out. I put a zip tie on my power run.
Yeah. Like I changed my distribution block. Check it out. Snap. Actually, for the gram. Doing it for the gram.
Hey, but you know what though? People appreciate that, honestly.
Oh yeah.
I think people love being able to follow Ronnie in his journey and seeing how the gains he's making here and gains he's making there, and all the information that he posts and stuff.
Yeah, and as big as he is, he's still like I messaged him a couple of times just asking him just anything, and like he'll take his time out and like answer it and give you his tips, you know.
For sure.
I mean, like that's like you hardly see that like from big guys. Like I mean, he might not consider himself big, but everybody sees him. You know, he's got a big following.
No, he's the man.
Yeah, but he's still there's not a lot of people like that.
There's some amazing talent on Facebook, and they don't get nearly the recognition that they deserve. He's one of them. Yeah. But even though he still gets some recognition, but it's only because of his Mr. 6.5 bullshit and not his ridiculous fab talent elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah. That's the enemy of Facebook. See how stuff on forums, like so many of these new people, they'd have been like destroyed by like once you post something stupid on Facebook, it's gone in like a day. It just follows. Like you'll never be able to say, dude, you remember you said this like on a forum?
Yeah.
So like that's why there's so many, and nobody wants to search for info anymore. It's crazy. Like
no,
they rather just ask, you know, hey, can I wire this to that? You know, like how do I wire 3 subs? Like, dude, I don't know. It's
archives. That's the thing, right? Yeah. Searching for anything on Facebook is garbage.
Oh yeah,
garbage. And every once in a while, you know, we'll wax nostalgic on forums and stuff. And even Jacob Fuller and some of the other guys will be like, I miss the forum so bad because everything got archived.
Right. Like, never went away.
When I do AND tests, you know, they would be there if you needed to search for them. But ever since Facebook, you know, they're there and they're gone. I don't even know how to link Facebook posts. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't even know how to do this shit. Man, it's probably the same for everybody else too. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. All the new kids, you know, anybody, I don't know, under 25, they don't care. They just they constantly post, so get them notifications up.
Yeah. Know? Hey, but you know what? Do a Google search for something that you're interested in.
Right.
And see the reply or, you know, the returns you get. Mm-hmm. And a lot of them are dead links.
Yeah.
Or they're
there's
links.
No pictures. There's no pictures in any old.
No, Photo Bucket fucked that all or screwed that all up. And sorry.
Getting saucy in here.
Photo Bucket like legit ruined the internet for people, man.
Did it go away? Or
I don't even know.
I used to have one.
No, I still have Photo Bucket.
Yeah, me too. But I remember
you can't see any of their pictures anymore.
You remember Wee Todd Racing? You know that? Or like Angel Fire? You remember Angel Fire?
Oh my! No, Remember Street Fire?
Yeah.
All that.
Oh, that's gone. YouTube killed it.
Yeah. Oh my God! I can't believe it. It's like pour a little out for my people.
Yeah. Man.
But so like the thing is, you go, okay, let's say you do a little research before you ask a stupid question on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
And it returns you get all these results, and you click this one, dead links. Click this one, no pictures attached so it doesn't make any sense. You click this one, it's 95 replies of search, nude, you're an idiot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like it's fruitless. It's exercise in futility.
Yeah.
It drives me crazy. Yeah. Which is also why I try to take the time to answer any quote unquote stupid question that I see.
If it's the biggest thing on the forums that the people used to kill was like the this versus that, you know?
Yeah.
Well, a Sundown versus a DD, you know, what would you run? You know,
yeah, for sure.
Anybody that posts that, I'll kill still. I don't care. No mercy.
I think that shit is still banned on SMD. I don't think that's even possible.
One forum used to have an entire section dedicated just to that, I think.
I don't know. That'd be a fantastic forum.
Yeah.
I like that shit. Let's fucking fight it out. I mean, let's fight it out.
Dude, it's over with. Zuckerberg's about to ban us.
He's killing me. I don't know what it is.
Dude,
I can't help it.
So like, it seems nowadays, everybody has a 160 dB build, and it plays music all day long. It just makes, I don't get it. Is just the equipment that much better now, you think? Or like, are people that much smarter? Or
I think
is it both?
Dude, I honestly, I think it's,
I mean, there was never like the loudest guy I ever knew, like for all the local shows, was Brett Arsenault.
Arsenault.
And I'm telling you, he's gonna say no one. But the first show I ever seen him at, but he's gonna say, because the first show I ever seen him at, he did a 156, and it was the same setup. It was four 15s walled, and I think he might have had two. He might have had two DD M3s, but then the next show he did like a 159. Then he did a one. It's like it was so much work to get 160s. Now, dude, it's just like a weekend, and it's just, all right, here's my 160 build with like 5,000 watts.
I don't know if
it's got to be.
I guess it's cheaper power, better battery technology, lithium, Neo.
Yeah.
You know what though? I don't know if it's either of those. I think the biggest thing is people are just willing now to go ape shit. You know, it used to be that people that were walled, they were like finished out and perfect, and like it was like this big deal to be walled and all that. But now it's just like people are slinging stuff in there, letting it eat, dude.
Yeah, it seemed like I'm like, when I first started, I hardly ever seen a wall unless it was like on on like a video or like a forum. But and even after that, like I've never seen a fourth order until like 5 years into looking up car audio.
I know.
And it was just so bananas to me. Like, why has that guy got a sealed box?
You know,
it's just,
I don't know if band passes, man, they're like a completely different subject. But
I mean, like everybody's mastered them now. I mean, I don't know if they have mastered them, but they use them successfully.
No, yeah, band passes are retarded. They used to be a big mystery, but I honestly I can trace the band pass craze back to a single thread on car audio classic.
Oh, was that no? Was that like? Is it? Remember that guy? I'm a MP3 pimp. Was that him?
I don't know. Actually, I don't even remember who started it. But there's one thread. It's got like 9 billion replies to it, and it was fourth orders. Why are some people so quiet with them or something? And they're honestly, if you can wade through like all the bullshit.
There's info in there?
There is ridiculous info.
Cool.
Ridiculous. And you know who was one of the most forthcoming and knowledgeable people in that thread is Dominic Martino.
Oh, yeah. Hack Munch?
Hack Munch. Shout out.
Yes, sir.
Shout out Hack Munch. He and I'd be texting too. That guy, I'm telling you, I think people would be discounting old school info a little too.
Yeah.
But Hack and oh my God, his name's escaping me now. His screen name, no. Fuck.
Dead air.
The guy. I'm not even gonna say who it was. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah.
But why did he know? Like I talked to him a while because he used to be stupid loud in no wall in a Hummer or something. And like I'm like, dude, how are you doing those numbers? And like he showed me the one thing he always told me was like, why would you put a square box in a square box or something?
Like he hit me with that shit too.
I've never like went anywhere with it, but like that's what he told me. Like his thing was like a pyramid. Like his subs was here. I guess it's kind of like the jelly roll.
A little bit.
Kind of, but
a little bit. And I'll 100% disclosure. full disclosure, the Jelly Roll was like inspired by Hack Munch.
What?
Bro.
That's crazy.
Bro. Just the orientation.
Right.
Just the orientation. Because I wanted to try something that orientation because he had such success with it.
I forget what he did. He was doing like 56 legal, you know?
Yeah,
like,
it was something dumb, dude.
Yeah. I don't know if he competes anymore, but I always, it's so annoying to find somebody's name out, like their screen name, and then to see their real name on Facebook. I get mad. I'm like, dude, that's your real name? Like, I don't want it to be that. I want it to be Hack Munch.
That's right. What the hell, man?
Like, why is that not on your license?
For real, it should be.
I
met him.
You met him?
My very first year at finals. We were, you just run into people. Especially the best place to run into people at finals is having breakfast at whatever hotel you're staying. You know, because everybody has free breakfast. Everybody's hungover and like trucking down to get some, bullshit breakfast. And I saw him. He was wearing an Excess Power shirt or something. Like, dude, aren't you? And he's like, aren't you?
Yeah.
It's like, I think it was like legitimately my very first year at finals. Yeah, it was cool, man. It was cool.
But that, I mean, it seems like that's the only way people do big builds now is fourth orders. Like, I mean, they just, I don't know, man. They just work. Like, you
know why? I think it's easier to get more cone area if you do it half-ass because they do big, like, clamshell.
Right.
This way or that, or the double-sided wall like this number. And how are you going to do a flat, quote-unquote, flat wall ported like this number?
Yeah.
So it's easier to get more cone area, and people have started figuring out that you can do that. Get that big SPL peak.
Dave, we're gonna get back to that, but Dave wanted me to ask you if you remember Team Red Stick.
Don't make me go down there and get my shirt. Yeah, our shirts were louder than our cars.
Yeah, go call FEMA up. It's time for a reunion.
Hey, where you at, FEMA?
Mr. Walter Scott. No, but man, another thing too with fourth orders, if it seems like not everybody, but a lot of people are doing the flat like subs down or up, if you want to call them, versus the clamshell.
Yeah.
Like, I guess it doesn't matter which way you orient the subs. Like.
I mean, it does, but it doesn't. I think it's just
the cone area.
It's easy. It's easier. It's easier to do it that way.
I mean, like if you could
think about it, if you try to wrap your head around how you're going to fit such and such cone area in the space that you have, in whichever dimension you want to put them, it starts to become a little more obvious.
I mean, like vehicle aside, if you just fit, like say you got like I'm talking about Justin Haddock's build. You see, I don't know if you see, you've seen, yeah.
Derek Haddock?
No, Justin, the one with he used to have an Explorer. And he's actually the one I think that helped build Kyle's monster thing. I don't know, but he's got a new Explorer build like mine, and he did like, I don't know, man, a ton of like ones facing up like inverted. But I mean, if like say you take the car out of it, if you just had just open space, loudest, if you face them all forward, 40-12s forward versus 40-12s flat, the forward would be louder, or it.
I believe it. I believe that. I honestly believe you get everything on the same plane, that it's louder. I don't have any empirical data to back that up, but everything on the same plane is louder. I don't care what anybody says.
Right.
And whether it's on the same plane as the mic or 90 degrees off,
right,
that's debatable too. But as long as all the drivers are on the same plane, I think that's louder. Now, once you get past a certain point and you're adding cone area, obviously you can't get everything on the same plane at the same time. But
I mean,
with most things, it's always good to get everything on the same plane.
I mean, it's similar, like I guess, like sound waves and fluid, like if I got like a tub of water here and like I dump water in it, it's just gonna smush it out. So like no matter where I dump the water in from, I mean, it's still gonna like force it out toward my opening. So it's like similar, like a fourth order, like that, kind of like.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
It's pushing. It's pushing
Sound
out.
waves. Sound waves are the same as waves in water. It's all energy. Yeah. It's all energy. So the better the more, the more that cohesive you can get everything work in unison, instead of this number or whatever, then the better off you're going to be. And it's the same in the SQ world too.
Oh God.
All right, I won't get off on it. I won't get off into it. Next episode.
But I mean, it just seems like everybody has the best of both worlds now. Like you can do a 65 and still play daily. I mean, and be number one burp car with like not daily, but I mean like lows,
Yeah. Well, I don't know if that's the magic of Bandpass or if just subs. I think it's a combination. Well, Bandpass for sure, because you get the huge SPL peak and you get the low end extension of a sealed side. But I think it's a combination of amps, power's getting cheaper, subs are getting better, and the biggest deal is people are just more willing to rent shop.
That's another big point. Like, I mean, forever in Usaki, Street Beat 4 was like like you can max it out, and nobody ever did. Like the biggest builds was like 615s or something, but it was just max. Like nobody ever built to the limit, Yeah. And I think the first one that's done that, I mean, is Joe Price. Honestly, he built for one specific reason, like to dominate the loudest street beat class.
Yeah, I love Joe, man. I love Joe, but Steve Mick is still the king.
Oh, show them. I mean,
no one has ever seen what Steve can really do, and maybe Joe's still sandbagging. Still sandbagging.
Dude, I mean,
Steve Mick has been wrecking people since I don't even know, like 6 years. I don't know how long he's had that thing, but he put it in and hasn't touched it since. He's been waiting for somebody to make him turn it up.
Here it is. Joe been having it for a year now. What's up, Steve? What's up, Steve? What you gonna do?
I asked the other day in a thread that if we were gonna see the two of them together in the same lane, and somebody brought up Bass Race, get out of here with that Bass Race.
Dude, yeah, they better have a 169 class Bass Race.
And look, right now, Joe is killing Steve because his numbers are up here, and Steve is like,
he's got
Steve. Where you Steve Mick?
I mean, he's got Steve by like 5 dbs from his loudest to loudest.
Yeah. It's retarded. But Steve is normally bass boxing, I think.
Right.
Or Park and Pound. I think those are his two things. He did run that USAC Street Beat 1 year just to annoy somebody.
Yeah. I mean, 100% he sandbagged that run.
Sure.
But, I mean, 1,000% he can burp probably a 170. Like
yeah.
I mean,
absolutely.
I don't know what Joe can do. Joe's got a little sand in there too.
I don't know. I think he let some sand out the other day. Yeah, I don't know if it was just to get on the all-time loudest list, or if that's what he's got or what. But 171.5 or 171.6, that's like, I mean, you're in the deep water now, cuz.
Right. I mean,
I think Steve Mick probably has a 70 burp in there.
Right.
And I think his is actually lower than Joe's.
Right.
Somebody correct me if I'm wrong.
His is like 41 hertz. Yeah. You mean hertz wise?
Yeah. Frequency wise.
Right.
But there are three people that come up when loudest of all time music ever.
Tommy McKinney. You remember? We're gonna get back in this.
Definitely is not.
You remember when him and who was it? Was it him and?
Oh my God.
I'm not taking nothing away from them, but him and Peepo, I think.
Yeah, well, Peepo.
Pitbull had a rebuild that was getting nasty for a while.
No, yeah.
But I don't know what happened. He gave up, or I don't know if he gave up, but he did whatever.
You know what? He should be in that conversation too. You're right.
Yeah.
But like, if somebody were to ask me top 3, like when you think about who's the loudest ever on music, and number one right off the bat, just because he's my boy, local, and he's the loudest at the moment, Joe Price.
Oh yeah.
Number two gotta be Steve Nick.
Let me guess 3. I don't know. You might be thinking of somebody else, but what about Bob Perello? You remember him?
No, I don't.
Oh my gosh.
No, I do not.
He did a 63 bass race, like playing around. I don't know if he's. No, I think
the guy I'm talking about may still have like a claim on the crown to this day, but he just never got a chance to show it. He never had any competition. I don't know. You know who I'm talking about too.
Where's he from?
Where is he from? I'll tell you what he runs. That's probably give it away.
Who? Go. What's he run?
DB Drive.
Oh, okay, yeah. Who? Mr. Jeff Rowland?
That's right, Rowland.
I guess.
Come on, the guy.
Well, you think he was sandbagging every one of those years?
Man, I don't know. I honestly don't know. I just know that I have heard from several reputable sources that he had 70 all day, no sweat in that van.
That's crazy. And that was a flat wall.
I know. I think maybe Pablo probably. Oh shit! Yeah. We forgot about our boy Pablo. God damn.
Yeah, he's getting up there.
Well, he gave up that van, I guess.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't in the conversation.
He's got a new build though coming up. I don't think he's going for. I don't know what he's going for honestly, but it's a small car build.
Yeah, I'm not sure, but that the one that had at Scraping.
Yeah,
that almost killed me. Like that thing was dumb.
Yeah,
that thing was dumb.
It seems like every year somebody can just. I mean, they can't get up to the caliber of Joe Price, but like, they can get mid-60s just on a whim, you know.
I think.
But not. I mean, once you get over, I think it looks like It looks like anybody in his backyard can get to 159 to 160, like no sweat with a wall.
Sure. Yeah.
All right, 161 to like 163. All right, you gotta know a little bit. You gotta have some decent equipment and put in a little work.
Yeah.
63 to 65. That's getting elite to me. I mean, that's like Black Nasty in them. That's getting.
Yeah. It also depends on what frequency we're talking about.
Right.
Too.
If it's not just burp. Talking about just 30 second or a minute music.
Once you get over 60. Under, let's just say 60 hertz.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you're talking about big money, testing. You're talking about ridiculous cabin mods. I mean, that's like upper echelon shit. Like you need to be put on a pedestal if you can do 60 under 60.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And now, for some reason, like it's like.
Yeah.
It's just kids on the forum, man.
Yeah, man. I don't know. There's just so many big bills now. Like, I think that, like your point you said there earlier, like people are just willing to push it now. Like back then, like nobody had like I mean, I guess like the big guys, but like nobody had just a car. Like nobody had spare cars. Like maybe our whole generation is finally getting a little money, and we can afford to play toys. You know.
Hey, that might be. That honestly might be. People have figured out you got to have a dedicated audio vehicle.
Right. Yeah. Or like, I mean, I think Brett back then, that was his like daily driver, you know?
It was. That guy, I mean, he was a beast.
And now people are like trailering their things too, which is kind of, I don't think.
Garbage.
Man, I don't think Joe trailered it though. Did he? He might have trailered it. You got to trailer it to Arizona.
If you trailer your shit to finals, you're garbage. Listen to me. Everybody out there, if you trailer your shit, you're garbage.
It's getting saucy.
Drive your 250,000-mile CRX to finals.
Stop trailering.
Hey, that should be like a rule, you know? What I mean?
That would be a cool class. But then people would cheat and just trailer to the rest stop and drop it the rest of the way.
That's about right.
But
everybody's gonna cheat no matter what.
Yeah.
Hey, no matter what. Like
they're gonna try to get an advantage. Yeah, they're gonna try. Yeah, they're gonna try to get an advantage no matter what.
Yeah. No, I mean that's the nature. That's the nature of competition, right? Everyone's gonna look for an edge.
Right.
Everyone's gonna, do what they can, and I don't blame them.
Oh no. Yeah.
That edge and that the edge and the advantage that you're looking for, it should be found in the garage. It should be found late nights and smoothing this over and moving this and checking that, and it should be science in the shit out of it. But
everybody knows, like you in yourself know you're cheating. Like you can fool people. You can fool people on the internet and say, yeah, but it says this. But you know.
That's right.
Like I don't begrudge nobody like finding the gray area and saying, look, well, they didn't say I couldn't do this.
Right.
All right, go for it. But like if it specifically says, I don't know, man. It's just
you know what?
Pushing the line versus crossing it is very.
A lot of it used to be a gentlemanly thing,
right? That's the thing too.
And I think some of the rules are still written for people to have like an honor system or code. And people these days, shit, don't care.
Right.
They just want a trophy or they want to brag on this or that or whatever.
Right.
And I'm obviously not talking about anybody in particular.
Everybody wants a trophy.
Yeah.
It's fun to win. I get it.
Yeah, it's fun to win. It's like way better than losing. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I don't know. But there's a lot of people that do it and know what they're doing, it's just everybody knows it too. It's just
Yeah.
It just gives you a bad reputation. I don't know why you would want to do that, but
I honestly on that note, and we gotta wrap it up here in a second.
Right.
On that note, as far as everybody winning and competition and blah, 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 I honestly think that all of the heads of the competition organizations need to reevaluate where they're at.
Right.
The sport, hobby, or whatever you want to call it, passion, it's taking a serious turn right now towards music, as it should.
That's what it should. Right.
Because that's what it's about, bro. Right?
That's what it came from.
So we need to figure out how to get more classes the way ISPLL is doing things.
Right.
With averages.
Right. Different frequencies.
Different frequencies. That's what I'm saying. Like they do
right, 10, 20, 30, and whatever. Yeah.
25, 35, 45.
Right. You pick whatever one.
Also a frequency cap. They have subsonic suicide, which is you get bonus points for frequency.
Right.
Which USAC has started implementing that in bass battles.
Right. Yeah. That's weird though. It's like you get a 200.
Yeah, I mean they could have made the scoring a little more easier to understand. But kudos to them. Kudos to them for to Janisa.
It's different. It's different. I like different. I like new. I like fresh.
I like things that feature music.
Yeah.
Music. Trust me, I spent several years trying to get one frequency loud, and that is fun. Don't get me wrong. And I love the guys that are out there late nights, garage, hunting intense at 67 hertz or whatever it is.
Right.
But I got to tell you, if you can pull out of the lanes and I can jump in your shit and you can give me a demo,
right?
That's the juice, man.
Oh,
that is the juice.
It's getting there. I think most people do have that now. Like you don't like. I mean, I don't want to get off on a whole nother thing, but yeah, like a couple, like even 5 years ago, like you've seen a lot more burp cars, but now it seems like people burp just because that's the class.
Yeah.
Then they go demo.
That's right.
That's cool. I don't want to take away burps because that's fun too. Like to, just see how loud you can get. But I don't know.
Yeah.
Either way.
No, for sure. We have got to find a place for these guys that are loud on music to play and not get wrecked by someone that runs up in the lane and plays 70 hertz.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, I love those guys. They need a place to play too.
Right.
But we have got to be able to figure out a way to get these demo guys in there, give them their own class. I don't know if it's a frequency cap.
Yeah.
I don't know
the
average.
answer. Yeah, I don't know the answer, but it's getting there though. I mean, people are.
If you got an answer for it, put it in the comments below. You heard. You heard me.
Yeah, we'll wrap that up right there, man. Cause we got a lot of topics to cover. So I mean, y'all everybody should subscribe, and I guess we'll try to make it a weekly thing, or every 2 weeks. But we'll cover some info, and that's what we do.
That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna do everyday audios,
and we'll keep this on here, so y'all can rewatch it, bro, and see the nonsense.
Info.
All right. Well, that's all we got for this week, I guess. So skip 01, Mr. T-Fade signing off. See y'all later.
Peace out.
All right.